A lot of you didn't live through 9/11, and I have to tell you, it was one of the most frightening days of my life. My father-in-law was flying that day from Boston Logan Airport in the same terminal, on the same airline, at the same time as one or two of the planes that left Boston. So we didn't even know if he was on one of the planes. We just knew he was in the air, and later he told us they flew over the World Trade Center. They flew over the towers and saw the smoke, and the pilot mentioned something, and when he landed, we learned that he was safe, but there was a time where we just didn't know, and it was frightening. And I was in downtown Chicago at the time, and we just didn't know what was going to happen next. And then the plane at the Pentagon, and we heard there's another plane, and there was just this sense of fear of what's going to happen next, because the idea that someone could do this, or people were attacking us, surprise attack, was just so, it was so jarring. It was so frightening, and it was traumatic, and it was just such an awful day. And the people who lost their lives, we didn't know, and we saw these horrible pictures of people who were in the towers, who were jumping. I mean, those images are just, it was awful. It was awful. And for the families who are grieving and know people who were victims, it was awful. I'm sorry for all of that. And for anybody who doesn't recognize the power and the threat of terrorism, I think a lot of you don't get this. It is awful. It is frightening what people are capable of. And it's something that we always need to be vigilant about. It's not okay. These people are capable of anything. I don't even think they're people. They're just, there's nothing human about them. And I share this message as someone who's lived through this to people who haven't lived through this, because things like this, they keep happening. And terrorism is something that we cannot allow. Do a deep dive, learn about this, understand this. And for all those who are grieving, my heart goes out to you. All right.